Good hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's going to be my May setup, but first here's what April looked like. It worked really well for me, and I found that the way that I had set up my weekly setups were really helpful in terms of getting everything done and tracking everything on a weekly basis. And you'll see I did some journaling here. I thought it was a lot of fun. And so now I'm going to take you guys through my May setup, which is pretty similar to my April setup. I think the one thing that bothered me the most was the fact that this yellow just wasn't doing it. It kept smudging and it kept picking up the black, so that was kind of annoying. And I wanted to keep this clip in because it just shows you how imperfect bullet journaling can really be. And you can see that I literally mess up twice. Not once, but twice. So when I finally fixed it with the help of some extra paper and some washi tape with some whiteout, I think it ended up turning out pretty okay. So here I'm going to be filling in some of the events so that you guys can kind of see what the planning process looks like while I'm using it. And I left that space empty for now because I wasn't sure what I wanted to put in it, but you'll see later in the video as to what I put. So here you see me filling in my May sidebar, and this was a quote, not exact, but from Brandon Sanderson's Y'all West panel that was online for the Y'all Stay at Home, and it really felt like a mantra for me for this month, so I wanted to include it. And then I decided that I would reflect what my reading journal would look like in the May spread, because the yellow and the blue I think looks really well together. Plus it made me feel a lot better about it being the month before summer. So I'm just numbering what the pages are, and that is it for the life journal setup. Now we're gonna go on to my reading journal. This is something that I'm starting this month. I've never done this before, but I thought it would be fun to put something together to keep a better track of some random things. I do have a full spreadsheet on Google Sheets that I use to keep a track of my reading overall. So I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit more creative. And I thought I would start with a little collage at the start for the cover page. And although I track my reading in terms of like, oh, have I read today? In my life bullet journal, I wanted to be a little bit more specific about what kind of reading I was doing. So I have a box for each day of the month for both audio and physical reads. And then I wanted a slightly bigger space for the favorite quotes that I would find, because I realized that although I have my reading journal for like when I'm actively reading a book, I didn't have a space to put my favorites, or they just kind of fell in with the rest of the notes that I was taking for that book. I wanted a space for that, and you can see that I'm kind of struggling here, and you can see that the page is lifting on the right. So I decided to cut that instead of trying to make it fold into that little space. But there you go. This is what it looks like completed with these 6 books on my TBR for the month. And by the time you see this video, you'll see my May TBR video up. And I really liked how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, I'll talk to you next time.